Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, hi again. So this is my channel. I love to make all kinds of Dollar Tree DIYs. I love to make everything on a budget. I also love to make thrift flips, and I also love to make wreaths. So if you like what you see here, hit that red subscribe button. Also, I would love to have you, and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think. So this is Try It Tuesday, and our host is Unicorn Dust Designs, and she hosts this every single month. It's the last Tuesday of the month, and we get to pick people that we would like to try their crafts. So the first one I'm trying is by Crafty Beach. This is her channel. I will have everyone's links down below in case you want to check them out as well. Also a playlist with everyone who's playing along this month. So this one, we first started out with some seashells, some of the Dollar Tree jute twine, the rope, and also this round from the Dollar Tree, and also that wheel, sail boat wheel. And we are going to color the round first. I'm going to paint it with some of my folk art paint. This one is Dolphin, and I absolutely love this color. It's so pretty. And I did the whole round in this color, and it just came out. This one came out so cute. Now, I didn't do mine exactly like hers, but I got my inspiration from her, and that's what this is all about, and I wanted to try it out. She has a really cool channel. She does a lot of beach decor, and I really like her channel a lot. I just actually found her, and I'm loving watching her, so definitely go check her out. So the first thing I'm doing, and now next thing I'm doing, is I'm going to paint my wheel. This I am going to paint this. I mixed some of my plaster paint and some of my antique wax together to get this color. Now I want this color for the top coat, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my brush, and I'm going to dry brush with my antique wax all over this. And at first I go lightly, and then I go a little bit heavier, trying to make this look like wood grain, and giving it that look, that rustic look. And I absolutely love the way this turned out. This is what she did as well with hers, and it turned out really nice. So I live in Florida, so this type of decor is totally up my alley because I love making stuff to put outside every year. New things, you like to put new stuff out, and this is great because it's on a good budget. So what you saw me do there is I sanded it a little bit to give it a little bit of a worn look and smooth it out. And now I'm going around with that rope from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just sorry, that's my poor dog. He's so old, you guys. It's okay, bud. And I'm going to keep going around in a circle just like that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take, now the Dollar Tree has two different size jute ropes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's one a little bit smaller than the other. But you can use whatever jute rope you want. But what I did is I used the smaller one that I've seen at the Dollar Tree, and I wrapped it around the outside of the wheel, all those little knobs sticking out there, and I just hot glued it around. So I glued it to the bottom on the back, and then when I got to the top, I glued it again so that it stayed, and then I just glued the nub in the back that was left on the rope. That's the best way to explain it. I don't know. I hope I'm explaining this okay. But that's how I did it. It's better if you guys watch, And I did that all the way around, like I just showed you. So there it is, all done. Now I took some of these rings from the Dollar Tree. I think these little rings come in really handy for stuff like this, because this was perfect. So I needed it to stand up and be stuck down in the center because of the rope. So these helped me to be able to make sure that it was nice and firm and on there good, and it was going to stay stuck on there and it wasn't going to fall off. So I just used my Gorilla Glue sticks for this in my glue gun, and they're just wood Gorilla Glue sticks, and that's what I use most of the time. But if you wanted to add a little bit of wood glue, go right ahead. But this stayed pretty strong, and I'm pretty sure it's going to stay put. So, and then I just hot glued it on top like that. Now I'm going to take some of these shells. The Dollar Tree has really upped its game with these shells. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. You could buy them all white, or you could get these different colored ones, which is super pretty. Plus they have mixed bags with like different kinds of shells inside, which are super pretty too. So they've really, really done a great job this year. So I'm going to stick these in between each one of those, and I'm just going to glue them down with some hot glue. And what makes these really nice is they're kind of flat on the bottom, so that helps them stick down a little bit better with the hot glue. And I just kept playing with them until I got the ones that I wanted. And because I kind of wanted different colors, you know, there were all different colors in this bag, so it was really super cool. And then I just went around and hot glued the whole thing. And I just love the way this turned out. I hope you guys do too. This one has got to be my favorite out of all three of these that I'm going to show you today. So then I took some of this netting also from the Dollar Tree. You find it in the section where like all the Hawaiian and like tiki hut stuff are. So like the tiki type of decor. I don't know what you call it, pool decor. And it's cheaper than buying the netting that you buy. And this one's a little bit more, the holes are a little bit bigger on the netting, I want to say, than they are like with the kinds that you buy at the craft stores. But I deal with it and it's fine. And it looks fine to me. So, I mean, but you can also buy the other kinds as well and it'll all work. So next, I just took it and I just hot glued it to the back to make sure it was going to stay put. I just hot glued it in spots in the front, little dabs of glue here and there, just to make sure that the netting was going to stay put and not move around. And then I hot glued it to the back, and that was it. And then I took a piece of felt as well, just to hold that netting down, and I just stuck it to the back. This way when I hang it up, if it gets caught on anything or, you know, when I put it up, it won't snag the netting. So the felt worked out perfect. And there it is, you guys, all done. And here it is, a close-up. You guys, I love the way it turned out, but let me know what you think in the comment section. I love to hear what you guys think. Now, the next one I got from the Rusted Willow, and this one I absolutely loved as well. So this is what she did. She took two of these tiny frames from the Dollar Tree and one of the Dollar, and now I'm going to use two new Waverly chalk paints, guys. I'm using Stone and Dusk. These new paints are gorgeous. Gorgeous by Waverly. So go see if your store has them, because mine did, and I just absolutely love them. So what I did is I just painted the front. I only did one coat because I wanted that wood grain to show through, and that's what she did too. And then we're going to, once we get these painted with those two different colors, like I said, I'm going to use a sand dollar and also one of these starfish from the Dollar Tree. And they had them out like in the beginning when they put all of their coastal stuff out at the Dollar Tree. Some are still carrying them. You can still find them at some Dollar Trees, but some don't have them anymore. And I really don't think they're going to come out with them again, unfortunately, until next year. So if you have some, this is what I did. I thought it was great. She did like an awesome job with this, and I love the way they turned it out. I just did a little bit different than her, which you'll see in a second, but for the most part, I did exactly what she did. So this is the sandstone. It's also a beautiful color. And then once it was dried, I went in and I dry brushed with my white Waverly chalk paint. I like the distressed look on my decor, so that's what I went with. So I just did the edges, and then I went over the whole thing on the top. And, you know, distressing is just, you know, if you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't have to. And it's just, you know, whatever look you're going for. And I just use a dry brush. I dip it in, and then I just kind of wipe it on my paper towel there, and then I go over the top of it. And if you go too heavy, it's okay. You can go back in with the other color and go right on top of it, and it'll tone it down. So it's really simple technique. I love doing this. And I thought this looked really super cool, beachy looking. I like it. And then I just took the sand dollar, and because they are like on the end, in the middle, you can like stick them down better. I turned them over and stuck them down, but you could do them every way you want. This is the way I went with it, just to do something different. and I stuck them down like that. And you guys, that was it for this DIY. Super simple, so cheap. There it is. And yet it looks beautiful, right? Now this one is another one by the Crafty Beach. I like I said, I love her channel. I just found it. So here is DIY number 3 that she also did the other day, actually. So what I did is I took the metal sign from the Dollar Tree, one of those decals from the Dollar Tree, and then that sandstone color, which I absolutely love, and by Waverly. And I just went over this whole sign with that color. And I think I did 2 coats. And hers, like I did just like hers. The only thing different is I distressed mine as well, which you'll see in a second. And I went over the whole thing, and then I went in with my dry brush, and again with the white Waverly chalk paint, I went around the edges of it, and then I went over all the top and the sides and that little seahorse. And I left him that sand stone color. I could have went in with the blue if I wanted to, which I'm kind of thinking now maybe I should have, but it's okay. I mean, I like it, so I'm just going to leave it be. And I just started putting it all around, and then I went over all the top of it, which you'll see right now. I'm just going to distress the top of it quite a bit and the sides, just to bring it out a little bit more, all the colors and that little seahorse. And these signs are really cute too. They had the starfish, and I forget what the other one was. Seahorse, starfish, and something else. I can't remember. And then I took this decal that's supposed to go like on a mug, and I cut it apart because I wanted to make it fit to my sign. And you couldn't even tell I cut it apart because these go on so clear. So these are really cool. So if you see these decals, pick them up. They have all different kinds now at the Dollar Tree, as a matter of fact. So I see a lot of them now, and I have been picking them up. And it says meet me at the sea, or meet me in the sea, or something like that. And I'm going to stick those down. Meet me by the sea. Duh. Yes, that's what it says. And what I did is I stuck it down the way I wanted, to have it on my sign. And the wording is basically what I had to mostly take apart and kind of fit it where I wanted it to go. And then I just took that whole other piece and stuck that down. And then I had to just cut a little piece of that coral on the bottom off the edge, because it came off the edge a little bit, which was fine. But this went on so great, you guys, and look at it. And I did go over it with Mod Podge to make sure that that stayed down and it wasn't going to peel up. And then I took some of these white beads that I get these at Dollar Tree, at Hobby Lobby. When they're 50% off, they have a whole little like clear box of them, and I buy them because they're already white and I like them, so I don't have to worry about painting them. And yeah, and then I just stuck it on there and made a little hanger. Super easy, guys. And I made a knot on each side, and I like my knots to be in the front when I'm doing some of my decor pieces instead of in the back. I think it just gives it that extra look and touch to it. I just like it. But you do you. And yeah, and that was it for this DIY, you guys. Super, super simple. And there it is. So don't forget to check everyone out, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you guys. And also check everyone out. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And as always, stay crafty. Bye.